Okay, everybody, welcome to our regular
evening,
Thinking Thursday. And we have our guest speaker here, Dr. Jain, who's already arrived. So, welcome, Dr. Jain.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here, and I'm sure we are all going to benefit from your experience. And the subject that you're going to be talking about is really of great interest. So, Varshaji, if you can introduce our guest speaker, please.
Yeah, sure. Hi, good evening, friends. Our topic for today's Thinking Thursday is Pulse Electromagnetic Field Therapy by a very special guest speaker, Dr. Sikander Jain. Dr. Jain is a physiotherapist, aura analyst, medical astrologist, Maharaja Vastu and Feng Shui expert, neurotherapist. Dr. Jain conducts regular classes on Reiki acupressure, and he's a wellness consultant for health and home through electrohomeopathy, the treatment for all non-treatable chronic diseases like cancer, thyroid, diabetes, asthma, male and female infertility, through 32 alternative sciences and astrovastu. His list of qualification is really long. If I read all of it here, it would take an hour to read it out. And without further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Sikander Jain to Dr. Trupti Jain,
Yeah.
the host of our Thinking Thursday, the famous clinical psychologist, a past life regression trainer, and of course, even Dr. Trupti Jain's list of credentials is really long, and she needs no introduction. I think there's no one in the field of healing and alternative sciences who doesn't know of Dr. Trupti Jain. I'm really so excited to introduce Dr. Jain to Dr. Jain. Over to you, Dr. Jain.
Okay, Varsha, your sense of humor has been accepted. Okay, so Dr. Sikander, welcome again. And if you can just let me know, would you need to be the co-host to share any slides?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, just a second. I'm just going to make you the co-host. Okay, so I've just made you the co-host.
All right. So we will go ahead with the pulsed electromagnetic field. Though it is a very big topic, it is a huge topic to work on. But there are many other topics. Why did I choose PEMF? As far as the radiations and emerging things are concerned, as far as the technology which is getting advanced nowadays, okay, let it be through any form of technologies, we are getting exposed to radiations which our body is not used to for. Very simple. Like what happens is suddenly a person in the family falls sick of no reason. Okay, same family members. Okay, everybody is getting exposed to radiations, but there are few people only get affected. Like, so that was the question for me to understand how does radiation works on your body, and the pulsed electromagnetic field is a cut point for these radiations to affect our system totally. So we are going to look in both the ways, physically as well as emotionally and energetically. All the three aspects we have to cover it up. Why physically? Because ultimately you will take steps only when there are physical changes happening inside your system. Like if somebody is emotionally disturbed, their solar is going to get disturbed. Solar plexus chakra can be one reason where your emotions are not being expressed out. Though throat works, every chakra works towards emotions. So when you suppress certain things, unless and until your digestive system gets disturbed, you will not give priority to these emotions. And unless and until you meet the healers or in psychologists or psychiatrists, you will not give importance to these emotions which are prevailing around you. So emotional importance or emotional criteria becomes a very, very, very important when we handle any kind of chronic diseases. Let's say, let it be a simple diabetic or to a chronic case of extreme cancers. Every area, the emotions plays a very important role. Now, 5 members in the family, same food, same environment, but 5 different emotions. One person is angry, one person gets sad very fast, one person gets fear, one person gets a deep sorrows for simple thing, one person is too much care and concern for others. The food pattern is same, the livelihood is more or less same, okay, but the environmental exposure for them it's different. So based on which area the body is exposed to, we land up with diseases. All these findings started when we want to understand why me. When you want to understand why me alone. Many people like try to only understand like why I'm suffering with this. Let it be a depression, because nowadays what happens is a small sorrow thing in a life and people use a big word called depression. Okay, depression is a huge meaning. It has got a lot of things to do. It has a lot of changes inside the body. So when we start analyzing ourselves, when we create a thought form to ourselves that I'm depressed, I'm worried, I'm sad, I'm not comfortable. Every area you have a negative tone being created to your body. So when you create a negative tone, these cells changes accordingly. The cell changes accordingly. When these cell changes accordingly, our body is also going to undergo certain changes when we get exposed to different kind of radiations around us. Let it be a small mobile phone, okay, let it be computers, the device to which connected Wi-Fi gadgets. You can shut down all the gadgets inside the house that is in your hand, but how can you shut down these mobile towers or the radiations which comes directly to us? So we need to have something which can nullify these radiations, or we can superimpose our body in such a way these radiation doesn't affect us. That is where my search, because I started as a physio, but the journey went a long, it is a very long journey. I'm still studying for the last 23 years. 2001 I started my studies, and it is 21. So 21 years we are still studying, trying to understand why. For all the questions, any diseases, we have understood the concept of why. Let it be just an ulcer or an diabetes or blood pressure or kidney failures or renal failures, any diseases, there is a why for everything. So when we understand the why, the first thing which we understand is working on chakras. I think this group is very well known to the word chakras, and many of them know about it. Since you have just finished, I just entered where Tripti ma'am was guiding on chakra meditation, I think. So you all know about the chakras, their effects, their benefits, in which way it affects on the body. So that is one layer. Where does this chakras be in our body? How does it affects our body? And in which way the PEMF can help? Because if I take a topic on a physiotherapist point of view or a medical point of view, it will be really boring. Okay, I want to give the gist in which way you can inculcate PEMF therapy in your day-to-day living, and you can have those devices with you to see what kind of changes it can create. To see what kind of changes it can create inside your system. Lot of researchers are going on. It's not one or two. Lot of researchers are going on PEMF. Okay, now the research is biosciences. PEMF has entered the research on biosciences. So from where does this PEMF word comes from? Okay, electromagnetic field of human body. We know our body is electromagnetic. We have magnetic field in our system. That is why we are able to manage the Earth's magnetic field. 27.12 hertz. That's called Schumann frequency. That's called Schumann frequency. 8.2 hertz. Okay. There are certain frequencies your body can vibrate. There are certain frequency your body can vibrate or your body can synchronize. If your body can synchronize to all the frequencies which you are around, then it means you are on a healthy state. It is only when, for example, if a liver is not able to vibrate at a certain frequency, it starts getting deteriorated in its function first, then it goes to structure. By the time you diagnose it, to be a bilirubin level down, the liver is already disturbed. So when an organ gets disturbed because of certain frequency changes in your system, now one of the reason is the radiations. One of the reason is radiation. There are many other reasons. For example, an anger emotions can disturb your liver very fast. Okay, not getting sleep between 11 to 3 can disturb the functional activity of liver very fast. Eating certain foods after 6 in the evening can disturb your liver frequency very fast. That is why when people come to us, we have been taking treatment for liver for so many years, but still not happening. You are taking a good treatment, but are you making sure the treatment is succeeded in your system? That is where we get into the picture. So how does the system goes? It's all about the radiation, the vibrations, the frequencies at which each and every organ vibrates. If we go to an healer, he says when a liver is disturbed, he says your solar plexus chakra is disturbed. When you go to an acupuncturist, he will try to find out that there are certain emotions disturbed and that's why the liver is disturbed. When you go to a naturopath, he says you are eating too much of fatty foods. That is why liver is not able to detox the fat. If you go to a medical doctor, he says your liver is grade 1 fatty. That is why digestion is disturbed. So there are many versions for this one problem for what a person is suffering. So we need to understand why this suffering is forming. And one of the reason is bioresonance or bioelectricity of the body. So we have worked out a lot of research on this bioelectricity and we have come up with certain devices where everybody can use for their development. We developed this device especially for these special children. Okay, I deal with neuro rehabilitation center. We have our own center where we try to give best therapy to the kids, the best possible therapy to the kids at a very, very, very nominal cost. For them, we have designed certain gadgets. One among them is PEMF, because on the markets, when we started buying it, it cost us around 30 to 40,000. And the proper PEMF beds will cost you around 1,20,000. Not every child can afford. So why this PEMF it is needed? What is the purpose of this PEMF? Does it really have an effect on the system, or it is just bluffings by some people or doing research? So we should be skeptical with each and every knowledge what a person is doing. Whether Dr. Jain is telling correct, not telling correct, it has to be judged. That is why rather than presenting my presentations, I have selected a web PubMed pages. PubMed is a very good research center for the medical sciences, PUBMED. PubMed, lot of research papers being presented there. So I have selected the presentation from PubMed only because there the authenticity of the research is been proved out. Okay. Now, how do you know the body is typically magnetic? Let me just try to share screen. Okay. A very simple. How many are I am allowed to talk, Varsha ma'am? What is the time constraint?
About 45 minutes.
Done, ma'am. Yeah, that should be sufficient because I have prepared very precisely this about PMF. All right, ma'am. So pulse electromagnetic field. All right. Now, this is the major part. The earth has its own magnetic field. Till your body vibrates or resonate, I'll use a word called resonate at the earth's magnetic field, your organs will work in a healthy way. Okay, it means there are certain resonance the liver has to get into it. There are certain resonance where stomach gets into it. There are certain resonance where heart gets into it. If there is a sad news, first thing is you hold your heart. It means the sad news had disturbs the heart frequency. All right, if there's something you forget, you just start tapping here. It means the frequency for this area is getting disturbed. All right, so the frequency at which each and every organ vibrates, more or less, it's fixed. In that zone, it vibrates. It means 91.1 FM is for certain FMs. If you just do 91.2, you will not be clear of the sound. If you do 91, you will not have that clarity of the sound, because there are certain resonance it has to do so that the sounds can be clear. Similarly, every organ resonate at a certain frequency. If that resonance is disturbed, it means the organ will start slow downing its function. So, like the Earth's magnetic field, we have our own body magnets. Our body has a very good magnetic field around us. Okay, has a very good magnetic field around us. Now, what happens is when a non-magnetized metal, this is a simple presentation. If a metal is not magnetized, it is haphazardly placed. Just imagine the cells which are not in a proper magnetic field. It will be haphazardly placed, and haphazardly placed cells cannot function to its 100%. Cannot function. So when you take a magnetized metal, it is aligned completely. A magnetized metal is aligned completely. When an organ is aligned completely of its magnetic field, when an organ is aligned completely of its magnetic field, okay, the organ will start functioning its function properly. That is why we sometimes challenge the patient that if you are ready to follow our methodology, we can reverse any diseases you are presenting to us. Let it be anything. Let it be deepest to deepest cancer, because we start working from the mind, then the body, then the physical, then the emotional aspect. Every aspect has to work out. All right. So if the body is aligned properly, then it functions very, very, very good. So right now the threat is only this one, human biofield. Okay, it's the upcoming 5G cell phones or 4Gs, or the radiations which are around, microwave. Okay, from the microwave, what we use inside your house, till the mobile phones, computers, every radiation you getting exposed, the body is getting disturbed. So what are the ways? What are the ways that you can balance these energy fields so that every day your body is prepared? Of course, PEMF is not the only technique which you need to understand to restore your body functions. Everyday practice of what doctor has been doing now, the meditation techniques, the yoga poses, where the breath and physical body is involved, the sweats what you secretes, okay, the detox what has happened, all these will help to align these segments. PEMF is one physical modality which helps you to align these segments on a normal way, to shield you from these radiation effects. It is typically for those people who are not able to do exercises, who are not able to sweat the way it has to be done, who are not following certain principles of good livelihood. For them, PEMF therapy is excellent. For example, a PEMF chair, when you meditate, we have a lot of research done because we have our Kirlian photography from the Russia and the ES tech. So when we do these researches with PMF before and after, while sitting on the chair in meditations, when you do have a PMF, your body is already aligned. Your meditation, your focus will improve at least 3 to 4 times. So this resonance, the anything which disturbs the biofield of your system, it creates a chemical imbalance. That is why most of the psychological parameters nowadays, what we call as in psychosomatic diseases, of course, they have a psychological origin inside your system. They have a psychological origin, but the question is, why did I get this psychological origin? Why did I ended up with a chemical imbalance? And why is that I am into depression or so-called psychological diseases? Why I'm not able to accept? Why I am like this? Why I'm not able to memorize things? Why I'm not able to, for every why, it's like cellular synchronization is not there. So one technique where you can balance your cellular synchronization is pulse electromagnetic field therapy. Okay, it is not a day or it is not 1 day or 2 days it has been developed. It is developed with lot of researchers. Lots and lots of researchers been done on this technique completely. Lot of researchers. All right, few things which I'm sharing here is, okay, now your body is comprised of many subtle energies, very subtle energies, which we call as an ions or atoms or less than that. So all these things gets vibrate, they have to vibrate at certain frequency. So when you expose them to a low level PEMF therapy, we have a high level PEMF therapy that we use in our center typically to activate the brain. For example, if one area of the brain is disturbed and we want to move this finger, when we give a PEMF therapy here, the finger should move. That is called high vibration. We target that area particular, that is physical. When we use a low lying PEMF therapy, we create a certain frequency between 1 to 50 hertz. Between 1 to 50 hertz. Okay, you create an aura or you create a layer of 1 to 50 hertz so that these radiations don't disturb your aura body at all, because it is only when this body gets disturbed, it is only when this body gets disturbed, the auric layer, the disease forms. So what happens before it affects the physical body? You need to work on the layers which are outside the body, cannot be seen physically with the naked eyes. All right, the chakras, okay, the chakras are not originated in the physical body, they have an impact onto it. The chakra starts from the etheric body. So etheric body, emotional body, mental body, astral body. We need to work on these layers. That is why when you meditate, when you do exercise, when you do a PEMF therapy, you start creating an aura of negative ions. What does PEMF therapy does? It creates an aura of negative ions. When we say negative ions, it is not negative energy. It is ions. Now, how does it protects the EMF radiations what you get? Okay, the EMF radiations from microphone or anything what you get is it emits positive charges on your body. These positive charges get deposits, they create a cellular changes and they start disturbing the system. So when you have a good amount of negative ions around you, what a PEMF therapy creates it. All right, the positive ions from the radiation devices, everything gets neutralized. Everything gets neutralized. That is why PEMF therapy starts working from each and every cells. Special children's, when we start working with PEMF therapy, emotional calming down is excellent. Hyperactivity of a child comes down drastically. Because what we are doing, we are not treating his hyperactivity. We are just working to make his cellular energies synchronize at a good frequency. Cellular energies synchronize at a very good frequencies. We have 5 layers outside the physical body. All these 5 layers get affected with PEMF therapy. All these 5 layers, whether it is emotional, physical, emotional, mental, okay, etheric template, or astral body, all these layers are getting affected by the physical pulse electromagnetic field. Now, what is this actually pulse electromagnetic field is? All right. What does it do to the system? Okay. More of all these are like medical terms, so I'm not going to go deep. Okay, we'll be cutting down and we'll have a discussion session rather than me just going on a theoretical concepts. Okay, what does it do? It excites your atoms, first point. Okay, now the molecules from the atom slightly starts distorting. Your pH of the body from acidic becomes an alkaline. Now your viscosity of your body shifts, because if the viscosity disturbed, then the fluid retention, everything starts. Now red blood cells which are clogged up, it starts separating so that it gets aligned up. It relaxes your blood system. Wound healing was the first area where research have started. 30% to 50%, not only 30% to 50%, the wound heals very fast because it is a rapid growth of cells. Okay, there are 3 processes where the PEMF therapy works: angiogenesis, formation of new blood cells; osteogenesis, formation of new bone cells; neogenesis, formation of new cells. That is why PEMF therapy came into picture. Angio, matlab blood vessels are getting newly formed. So it is going to help all the diabetic neuropathy or any kind of neuropathy patients are going to help by the PEMF. Angiogenesis, the people with gangrenes and cells which are getting destroyed, it helps in the formation of new cells in that area. You can prevent amputation levels with PEMF therapy. Okay, osteogenesis, people with osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, osteopenia, or any level of bone disturbances can be get benefited with PEMF therapy, because neogenesis, angiogenesis, and osteogenesis. First research was done by the NASA people. When the space people, when they went to the space and got back to align their cells back to the normal, the first thing where they get into the PEMF chambers to get aligned to their cells. So wound healing, bone mending, and electroporation. It means, okay, it means the water level will start getting easily seeps into the cells so that the cells functions normally. Okay, in cut short, PEMF therapy is one word where you deal with it to align each and every cell to work at its normal functional abilities. Each and every organ to function at its own level. PEMF therapy will help it. How does it looks like? It is a small magnetic field. You will not feel any sound of it. Okay, it is just a magnetic field being created. You pulsed it. You don't give a continuous magnetic field. You pulse it so that the body doesn't get used to the same thing. For example, if you keep hitting this finger continuously, after some time this hitting becomes a habit, there is no pain. Similarly, you cannot give a system a continuous electric field which the body gets adapt to it. So it is pulse. That is why it is called pulsed electromagnetic field. There are many parameters on what basis it's been prepared, but pulse electromagnetic field of whatever method being prepared has a very good effect on each and every cells to work on the auric level, to work on the chakras level, to balance your emotions, to work on the physical body. Of all diseases, you can use it. These are the few diseases where been researched and worked out. Blood problems, brain issues, okay, small cracks, burns, nerve issues, okay, inflammation issues, okay, edema or endometriosis. These are the few areas. Fractures get healed very fast or aligned very fast because it generates new bone cells. So osteoporosis gets healed very fast. No more fear for osteoporosis. So PEMF therapy has been worldwide practiced. It will be one of the good therapies when you start working on the alternative areas. Okay. On many alternative therapies, PEMF therapy forms along where we're going to work directly on the physical parameters as well as the energy and the emotional parameters. All right. If anyone wants to clarify anything, you can ask me questions of any sort. If anyone has anything to ask for
Would
about
anybody like to
PEMF.
ask any questions, please? Does anyone has any questions?
I had a question.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rahul,
Rahul.
go ahead.
Yeah, so this pulse which is provided to the body, it's provided so that the body does not get adapted to it. I'm sorry, I didn't get that one.
The body, the pulsation is being done so that the body does not get adapted to it.
Okay, but then a pulse would be a continuous pulse, no?
No, it's a sine wave or a
Okay,
square wave.
Okay,
So sine or a square, because when you club the sine and square wave, okay, it doesn't get, the cells doesn't get adapted to these waveforms.
okay.
Yeah, so it is up and then down. It is up and then down. All right. Anything else? Because
I have a question.
yeah, Manisha. Yeah.
So does this therapy helps in this rare disease called sarcoidosis? My mother has it.
Sarcoidosis.
Yes.
Sarcoidosis of lungs or?
Yes, lungs, but then affected other parts of the body as well, but it started from the lungs.
Yes, sarcoidosis. See, it is because does she works in any environment or how does it forms?
No, she's a housewife. So she's like most of the time in the house only. So
Okay,
no
sarcoidosis
environment.
is generally common in the industrial people. Generally, it is common in industrial people.
She's
But
asthmatic. She's asthmatic though.
okay, chalo. PEMF will helps it to see how much is the fibrosis being formed. How much is the lung available now?
So she's healed right now. It happened 2-3 years ago. She took proper medication, so
Super.
now it's healed. But the doctor says that it can creep up again because it's a virus. It doesn't die. So she will
Yeah.
be taking the medicine throughout. So just wanted to check with you if this can help her like completely
Definitely
eradicate the
PEMF
problem.
will help. Definitely PEMF will help. So first
Huh.
point is PEMF will help for the formation of the new cells. For
Right.
the formation of the new cells is the first point. It is going to improve her overall immunity. It is going to
Mm-hmm.
improve her overall immunity is the second point. Third point is PEMF alone. Like you have been using many therapies by this time. You will not be, she has been doing pranayams. She would be doing certain exercises. Okay. There are many other therapies which needs to be clubbed up for sarcoidosis. PEMF will help her a lot in sustaining what she has recovered so that she doesn't get into the same scenario again. Definitely it will help. Maybe I can guide you what are the other therapies she can undergo so that she can get a good recovery from sarcoidosis.
All right. All right.
All right.
Thank
So
you. I
one
think
chat.
I'll
It,
get.
ah, sure. No problem.
Yeah,
In
Dr. Jain,
yeah,
we
yeah.
have another question. Does it help to heal autism and
Autism and arthritis, yes. Autism is my area where I've been working on. That is why we started our own neuro rehabilitation center. And every kid will undergo a PEMF therapy session. We have almost 12 machines of PEMF therapy. We have seen a very good difference in autism in terms of hyperactivity, in terms of his functional cognitions. These both will improve. For them, we have a special device, okay? Because autism is my area where I've been working for last 20-21 years, and for them we need to do something, because for every parents affording a PMF device is not easy with autism. Not everybody is uh, a good position to do it. That is why we have designed a very small PMF device which they can keep it just near the head on the bed area. PMF is not harmful, no side effects. It is a low frequency magnetic field. So Aram say anybody can use it. So I can guide you autism. Arthritis 100% yes, because PMF will generate osteogenesis. So arthritis is what? The layers, the side layers which are degenerated. Okay, we need a new cells being formed. So if you just put a word like PMF and arthritis, you will get so many research papers, because this is one area where PMF therapy has got into all the physiotherapy departments, because it helps arthritis superbly. Not a day or two. A minimum exposure to PMF should be at least 3 to 6 months, followed by good diet, simple medications and exercises. PMF therapy will do wonders for both of them. It's a practical experience, because mine is Neuro and Ortho Rehab Center. So definitely it works. Rahul, is it okay? Ritu, Satya.
So I need to ask a question, if I may.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have two things. Like, can something be done at home? Like, or is it completely clinical? We need to go meet a doctor, or we have to be in the clinic or in hospital for that?
PMF is FDA approved device. PMF is FDA approved device. So it means it is safe and easy to use. It is just a device. It is very easily available. Okay, it is very easily available. We just need to guide you with certain frequencies what you need to use it. It's very, very safe.
Okay.
So for certain problems, there are a lot of frequency charts available. Okay, there are a lot of frequency charts available, and these charts we can guide you which is the frequency you need to use it.
Okay.
It's
So
very
for that,
it's just a plug-in device.
yeah. So for that, which doctor, like physiotherapist, we need to meet? Because I don't.
Physiotherapist, I can guide you. I can guide you. Not a
Yeah,
problem.
sure. Okay.
But
I get
from
it.
whom you get it? Because Sundaram sir from Pondicherry, he designed, because he designed everything for me. He has good devices at a very good prices. I'll tell you, because it is very, very easily available. He does it for my rehab kits. So he designed for me. So I can guide you or put you through him. You can get it directly, or I can organize for you. Not a problem.
If I may ask you, where are you based? If I'm sorry. Chennai. Okay.
Chennai.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Maybe have your number so that we can contact you, Dr. Jain, because there are
Sure,
so
sure.
many queries I have.
Okay, see, we have another maybe 5 minutes.
Dr. Jain, it's only for people with problems, or it's also for like maintenance of your health?
It is on to prevent you from getting sick. That is what major point is. To prevent you from getting sick. Any person, like after days of, we have one IT company where we have installed 10 PM of beds. People who works for 5-6 hours in front of computers just come, lie down and just carry on. Half an hour they sleep off and they carry on to the work. Their work efficiency has drastically increased. So you can use it as a preventive device, because it's like you have charged up with lots of positive ions. You are just decharging them so that you become normal. Okay.
So sir, you are using it for kids, but for adults, is it the same or different?
It's the same. Frequency is the same. For kids also it's the same, because this is bioresonance field. It is not going to affect whether it is adult or kids or newborn baby. Anybody can use PMF therapy. Anybody can use.
So what's the cost, sir? Like
cost, I don't want to discuss here, frankly telling. This is
okay.
Okay.
Doctor, yeah.
Dr. Shalina here, I just want to ask you, you said it can be used as a preventive thing and it's a small device. So in which part, or which area or which organ do we direct it to when we are using as a preventive device?
इधर आ। ओए, चल करके जाइए। क्या है?
Radha ji, mute. Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
No. Okay, no problem. Yes. So this small device, it's only for special children, which I will give it, not for normal people, frankly telling, because it has been designed for these special child. The normal devices comes with a mat, which is like 2 by 2 ka mat with 2 coils into it or 2 separate coils. I prefer to give it as a separate coils. If you're working on the entire body, just place one on the nape of neck, one on the low back.
Okay.
That is more than sufficient to work. If you want to work, like if you are like more of computer usage, if you get a carpal tunnel syndrome, you can use directly for the wrist. So I prefer to get the coil based than the mat based.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
That
much.
is always, yes, yes.
So friends, I have already shared Dr. Jain's number on the chat, so you can just get the number and maybe get in touch
Yeah.
with him, whatever. And I'll also post it in the group, so not to worry.
Any other thing?
Thank you, Varsha ji.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
doctor.
You're
It's been I have really, I want to know so much about it because 5G was coming and there has been a lot of controversy about it. Now you've given us a solution to it. You know, there are ways to we can protect ourselves.
See, 5G will be like any other radiation which is coming around. Nobody can stop this. But depending on PEMF, for example, everybody cannot get PEMF. It is out of this topic today. Okay, a good exercises where you stretch your system completely. Okay, when you stretch your system completely, it means what? The ions which are fixed, the magnetic which are fixed, got distorted. Matlab, it is re-prepared to take the race. So rather than being scared, every day exercise, because my treatment in my clinic, ultimately we say, our all treatments are temporary. Please start away with your exercises for a permanent solution. Healing, Reiki, acupuncture, whatever I do, I clearly explain them. I can prepare you to a level of exercise and do exercises. So PMF therapy will help you to distort, but your exercises to a certain extent, at least little exercises will help you to distort the ions which you are getting stored up into the system. A simple tapping your body can help you a lot. So these are the simple techniques. All right. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, doctor,
Yes.
doctor, how about some people have stiff neck, you know, they can't turn their necks too much. So
PEMF will be excellent for them.
okay.
PEMF will be excellent for them. We have worked with ankylosing spondylitis. That is the toughest condition what a person undergo as far as spine is concerned. Because it starts from 20-21 years and every age the spine keep getting fused. So a person comes to us this way, we are able to make them erect at least to 30 to 40% with PEMF therapy. It helps. If it is a stiff neck, just of a, like say, let us cervical spine or spondylitis or simple stiff necks, then by proper treatment, you can completely come out of it 3 to 4 weeks. I can guide you what should be the line of treatment. So whom to meet, physio, what to be done with a physio and what exercises to be done.
Wonderful.
3 to 4 weeks is maximum.
Mhm.
If you are having problem, even if 10 to 12 years, you just need 3 to 4 weeks to get rid of this problem. Not more than that. I can guide you. If anybody is suffering with that, not able to come out, you just put me, just send me messages. I will guide you what will be the line of treatment for that. Meet that people in your area and get it treated.
Wonderful. Thank you
And
so
guide
much.
you. PMF will be excellent for that. PMF is excellent for that.
Doctor, what about schizophrenia or depression?
It will have very good effect because the chemical balances, schizophrenia or depressions, there the chemical balances plays a very important role. So PMF helps to align these chemical neurotransmitters.
Okay.
PMF helps to align them. So it will definitely be useful for geriatric people to be used it every day as a new device for them to recharge their brain cells.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yes. Any other questions? I know it's a very different field. Okay. Yes,
Sir,
definitely yes. Definitely yes. To stimulate the pancreas, liver, and kidney. Never focus on pancreas alone if you are diabetic. Never focus on pancreas alone. Pancreas is not able to produce insulin. But why? If you ask the question why, okay, the solution comes not only to pancreas. A liver doesn't convert glucose to glycogen, then also sugar increases. Then why should we treat only pancreas? If a kidney reabsorb more of glucose into the bloodstream, then also the glucose increases, blood glucose level. Then why should we treat only pancreas? Why not kidney? If muscles doesn't utilize, if muscle doesn't utilize the glucose in the blood, then also the glucose level will increase. Then why should we treat only insulin, not the muscles? So we need to understand why in our system, what has been disturbed, why is my sugar level is not under control in spite of taking medication, or if you are taking medication, why do I get my complications, either glaucoma or heart cardiomyopathy or liver or renal failures, why, or neuropathies. So in spite of managing sugar, you are getting these complications. Ka matlab, we are not targeting the proper organ which controls the diabetes. We are only focused on getting the numbers normal. 120, 120 aa jaye, that's more than sufficient. So work on the entire body, you will get a very good result for diabetes. PMF should be placed on liver, pancreas, and kidneys for diabetes. Okay.
Uh,
Anything else?
Dr.
Yes,
Jain,
sir.
there'll be different frequencies to be chosen on that machine, no, for
Yes,
the different areas.
there will be 1 to 30 hertz. It's very simple machine to get it. What we are planning is 1 to 100 hertz. So you can select any frequency in that. It's all like what you say, numerical frequencies. You can easily set in the frequencies.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. Any other question? So it is a different topic. Generally, like very few people only would have been come to across because this is a new concept being implemented, kept being hidden with only certain departments. Now it is an open to all. Many people are getting into PMF devices, mats. So start studying about it, get some confidence, and whenever you need some help regarding PMF therapy, how to use, I can guide you everything.
so is this available? Is this available everywhere? This device is
Everywhere.
available everywhere?
These devices are available everywhere.
Okay.
Branded devices becomes little expensive. Okay. Otherwise, it is available throughout the world. On PMF mats available, PMF small gadgets available, knee gadgets available. Everything is available online. Everything is available. If you're buying anything from online, just send me the link. I will tell you whether it is worth buying or it is too expensive, because in the name of PMF therapy, there are many expensive things that dropped in, but it is not that expensive if we think for. So for me, it's like concern for money has always been there, because we need to spend money only the area where we need to. Otherwise, no. If you really need it also, I will tell you. If you can say, I'm going to buy a PMO for this purpose, I will tell you, do you really need to buy it or something else can help you? Frankly telling. So it's not necessary. We should know about there is one technique available, but do we really need it or not? I can guide you. All right, don't buy it. Just ask from me, is it really worth for this problem I'm buying? Is it going to be worth or not? I will tell you, then only you buy it. All right, otherwise don't buy.
So,
Yes.
doctor, are there any don'ts for it or certain conditions where we should not be using it?
Pacemakers. Pacemakers, because it's a frequency device, not allowed. Okay. Direct implantation. For example, if it is a hip replacement, you can use it in the low back, no problem. You cannot use it directly on the hip area because metal. So there will be a coagulation of metals in that area. Only two open wounds you can use it. Cancer areas you can use it, but there is a certain distance and certain frequencies. Third stage cancer, fourth stage cancer, every grade you can use it. Methodology will be different. In grade 3, grade 4 cancer, you will use it to improve oxygenation of the body So you'll use it for hands and feet, not for the areas which the cancer is into.
Okay. So this definitely needs some supervision guidance from the, I mean, like, you know, who.
First time, at least one time guidance is definitely must. That's why I said don't buy it. Ask me. I will definitely guide you. Do you really need it or not?
Okay. So I'm just wondering, like thinking on it, because I'm a very, I mean, like I am very much for naturopathies and alternative sciences. If this is so effective, and I wonder why isn't all these things not in the mainstream medical, you know, like treatments and all. It's
So there
very
are many
unfortunate.
therapies. PMF is one area. There are so many therapies which is good in certain fields.
I know.
For example, psychological aspects. A person like, I don't know completely about Dr. Tripti. Are you a medical doctor with this one?
Occupational therapist.
Okay, my field. Then physio and occupational therapists are like always they have to go one to one.
Yeah.
So it means like when we go, for example, if somebody is meeting Dr. Tripti, okay, she will be able to guide exactly the areas. If it is a psychological disturbances, she will exactly guide. Here you need to do a chakra cleansing, or do I really need to sit for a counseling? If I do a best chakra healing and still you are not able to understand what you need to do, then what is the use of healings? Because the moment, for example, you get a healing, the best healing in the world, you got it. Okay, you go outside the room and you see your one slipper is down and one slipper is up. What happens? You are upset and angry. Okay, your best healing vanished in just few seconds.
Yeah.
Your energy body changed. You got an emotion of anger, which she has subsided and made it very subtle. You aggravated it again. So healing is a how do you go day to day life. So that is why we will be able to guide you. Do you really need this device? There are so many techniques available. Okay, I do almost, let's say, 38 fields now, but I don't do 38 for everyone. If a person comes to me with cervical spondylosis, I will do a vermiculite, finish up the pain in 7 days, send them back. But I will not sit in for a healing there. So that is why I'll tell you, there are so many therapies which are being suppressed. I will not use the medical pharma or this. There are certain research still need to be done. It is being done, and PMF is being used as a new alternative in all the big hospitals are having a PMF device nowadays. All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. PMF beds are easily available. You can just, this is a 3-layer, covers the entire body. If you want to really use it, can afford it, PMF beds or a single device divided into 3 different places. Same cost. PMF bed is a 3-unit. PMF 1 unit is single unit. That's it. So spending three times the price, no use. So single unit with 2 coils should be more than sufficient. A good high frequency coils. I will guide you if anybody really wants to buy it. Why, you tell me, I will tell you, do you really need it or not? Okay. Yes.
There's a question here, Doc. Any suggestions for PMF machines for stress, varicose veins, bronchitis issues? Also, which brand would you suggest?
Stress, 100% it will help you. Definitely it will help you. Varicose vein, except for extreme tortuous, the veins which has really popped out and it needs to be treated, their PMF will not work. Otherwise, PMF spider veins, grade 1, grade 2 varicose veins, it can treat fully. Okay. Brand, I will not suggest because branding will involve cost high. Branding will definitely involve cost high. I can guide you the numbers through which we get it. We have been using for last 12 years in our clinic and we are very much satisfied. So I will prefer it MagMove. Okay, now if you are getting it, MagMove is a brand which we created for all the people who can afford this device very easily. MagMove is a brand, or you can, if it is in India, I can send it very easily. Outside India, we cannot. If it's in India, we can send it very easily. But I will give PMF devices only if it is really needed. Otherwise, I will not sell it because I am not for sales. Frankly telling, gallbladder stones, no. Gallbladder stones, no. Why? Because there are many reasons for gallbladder stones. It is the conversion of the cholesterol deposits into and hard stones. So you need to work on the liver parameters, food parameters. So I will not recommend PMF device for gallstone. Yes, it can help you to ease your pain, to reduce fatty livers, to open up your portal veins. Definitely. But stone resolution with medication, with exercises, you can definitely come out of gallbladder stone. There are very good medicines for gallbladder stone. Next query is knee pain. 100% it will be beneficial for the knee pain. It will be 100%. Stress and bronchitis issue. Bronchitis, asthma, anything related to congestions or squeezing, it will definitely help, because wherever you keep PMF, the level of oxygenation improves in that area. Or whenever the oxygen improves, 100% the organs expands. If we have a PMF device at home, multiple disease and hence people, yes, any number of people can utilize the same device for different problem. People with heel pain, knee pain, hip pain, any kind of pain, they will definitely use it. People with stress, insomnia, definitely they are going to use it. So multiple myeloma, no, because multiple myeloma, it is entire blood cells. So I will prefer to use it first to balance the multiple myelomas. If you can do it, you can use various therapies available for multiple myeloma, which will support your allopathy also. I will not deviate because my background is physio. So I will never be against allopathy at all, frankly telling. I have done 38 or 35 therapies, but I will use allopathy. I will guide you for allopathy, the areas where you need to. Multiple myeloma, yes. With allopathy device, I can guide you many other methods which you can use it. Asthma and congestion, yes, it will be very, very useful. Asthma and congestion. Arthritis, cervical and vertigo. Superb results you can get it with PMF therapies. Good exercises. Without exercises, none of the ortho and neuro problem will be benefited with PMF device. Your investment is just for namesake and a namesake. With exercises and proper care, PMF will assist you. PMF will assist you in healing the tissues fast. But PMF will not help you to do exercises or to take care of your cervical spine. Okay. Done. Chalo. Any other thing? I can keep talking. That's
I
it.
know. No, it was insightful, Dr. Jain Sikander. Very insightful, Dr. Sikander. And this is like something that people should know. And like you rightly said, you can buy it and you can use it, and multiple people in the family can use it for different problems.
Yes.
And like you rightly said, that this particular hardware can be, healed in a certain way, because the software is difficult to heal sometimes.
Very difficult.
But
That's
the
why
hardware can still be healed. So
hardware, it's fixed.
hardware,
One bone, two bone, three bone, two muscle, one ligament, it's fixed.
correct. So
Hardware is fixed.
it's easier to heal the hardware, but the software of the mind is difficult to
Yes.
heal. Like you rightly pointed out, that everything begins in the software and then affects the hardware. So we need to deal with our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings,
Yes.
because like you
Perfect.
gave the example of people moving out and then, where is my chappal, and getting angry. So that doesn't
No,
work.
I have seen, I have been into pranic healing foundation because I used to be the young chap when I started my pranic healing. Let's say the age of 18, 19, I've got into these healings. So I used to just observe. Auntie used to give a very good healing, and people feel like they appreciate auntie's healing superbly. Like, I felt so good. And by the time they come up for the food room, okay, very simple. Like when they come to the food room, if 10 plates are there, they don't have a patience for the 11th plate to get weight. So what happens is all the auntie's healing is
Gone. Yeah.
so that is why emotions control is a big task, very very big task, but it's a
Very.
superb, enjoyable task if you really want to do it.
Absolutely. And we all know that thoughts create things. So till
Yes,
you work with your thoughts, this body is not going to function properly.
definitely.
So very insightful, and I think this was required because many people here are into spirituality, healing, prana, reiki, past life therapy, all that, but we forget that all this is done on the body.
Yes,
So this physical body needs to be looked after also.
yes. That's why
So,
then only these things will start getting effect. The trust on these therapies
yes,
will be like RX. Why does people go to Reiki, pranic healing, at the same time they meet a doctor? It
yes,
means what? They are not confident on this pranic and Reiki. That is why they are meeting the doctor. They are using it as a secondary therapy. I change people perception that use this as a primary therapy, use allopathy or any form of medical thing as an SOS. So utilize your body. So I've been working on changing people perception only so many years.
absolutely.
It is tough job.
It's the toughest
It's
one.
tough job.
Yes. So thank you so
Yes.
much, Varsha ji, for
Thank you.
getting Dr. Jain, inviting him. It was very much needed.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure everybody has enjoyed it and understood that the body, mind, and the spirit. So, we need to obviously give respect to all the three. And like Dr. Jain rightly pointed out, exercise. Move your body to move your mind, and move your mind to move your body. I think this is very important for us to understand.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for
Thank you.
attending.
Thank you.
Varsha
Thank you
ji.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sikander
so
ji.
much, doctor.
Thank
Thank
It's
you.
been great
you.
insight. And thank you, Varsha ji,
Thank
for
you.
bringing him so that at
Yes.
least
Thank you,
we got a
doctor.
lot of information about
Yeah,
things.
a lot, a lot. Thank you
Dr.
so
Jain,
much.
Dr. Jain had introduced me to crystals many years back when I never used to believe in these stones, and I used to say, "How ye patthar kya karenge?" Lekin he was the one who instilled that faith in me, and I started using them and meditating with those crystals, and I see a lot of, wonderful results. And now I am the one who promotes crystals.
So we would
Yes.
like to know what else Dr. Jain does so that we can consult him for something else as well, other than PEMF.
Maybe in precise, I can tell you. I'm an electro-homeopath. Okay. I
Okay.
deal everything which deals in nature. I am an herbalist. I work with herbs. I work on, if nobody wants medicines, then I work on floral waters. I say I
Okay.
use the word floral waters, but these are essential waters of the plants. For example, I ask you to say like take palak every day. Okay, we'll say doctor, like palak every day. Do I need to eat it? Next question comes. So this will like okay, she is not going to listen to me. So I need to give her something. So we have created hydrosols. I work a lot on hydrosols. It is steamed water of a palak, which is 30 times more powerful than a bowl of palak juice. So 1 liter of water, just mix 1 teaspoon of palak hydrosol and just sip it throughout the day. Alkaline water, blood purification, everything. What you need. So I work on electrohomeopathy is my mainstream. Biochem, back flower, medicine wise, hydrosols and herbs. We formulate our own capsules. So I make sure like I don't mix anything else. My content are clearly written on the bottle. Simple. Health Guruji is my brand. This is my medical point of view. That is medicine point of view. Otherwise, I can guide you on all the aspects of healings because I don't work on one method. I work only on astral body, 18 layers of the astral body because I work on truth, making you understand. I will not give you stones or crystals. I will guide you like what you have to do it and how it can be worked out. And this is one area where I get cut with the people. People don't follow me because sometimes I'm very, very strict with the guidance. Yes,
Okay.
because this has to be approached that way. So all the aspects of healing, I can help you. I'm a yoga acharya. I
Okay.
teach maybe I work on majorly finding faults in your poses. So little on perfecting it. And my mainstream for everything, I'm a physiotherapist. That
Okay.
is
So
main
we
thing
just
because
need to tell you our problems and you
and
will
I can
guide us
guide
through
you.
various,
I
yeah.
can guide you everything what you need to go through it. You need to meet a physio. You need to get an occupational. You need to get an healing done. What you need to done, I can guide you. Okay, you can just WhatsApp
Okay.
me. This group can WhatsApp me. I can guide you. This is the stream you follow, and definitely you will get results with that stream. When I mention at least 5 stream,
Okay.
it
Great.
means you have to follow all the 5 streams, and every stream will have an
And yeah.
exercise compulsory.
I
Without
like
that,
that.
nothing.
I like that compulsory.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's
We need
compulsory.
that.
No,
That's why
We need that.
people don't like people who are serious na, about their work.
Yeah.
कि
Yeah.
डॉक्टर
Yeah.
साहब
people
कुछ ऐसा ही कुछ दे दो, easy, something easy,
so
So
people
good.
tell me very khadus actually. They tell me khadus. That's okay. I'm very acceptable for it. I'm comfortable with that word actually. When you're not going to get results with me, then what is the use of paying me?
Correct,
When I'm not going to
absolutely.
help you, I don't want your money unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Simple as that. That's why
So
So
day one I
we need such doctors into whom we can put our complete faith and get the results. That's all we need. Thank you
yes,
so much.
can guide you.
that's very
50% I do, 50% I make you do. That is my treatment. Very simple.
very nice. So where are you based, Dr.
Chennai,
Sikander?
Chennai, ma'am. Chennai.
Chennai. Okay.
Chennai.
Good, good, very
But it
nice.
is like throughout India, people come. Now we are developing a rehab center very soon, educational rehab center, where everything can get inculcated into one roof,
Very
from
nice.
education to treatment. My major concern is special children. If you come across any special children, I can teach their parents or I can make their parents as a physician for them. I have a
So,
workshops for them.
Dr. Sikandar, what about a CP child?
Yes, ma'am. For that only
Cerebral
CP
palsy?
mental retardations, CP mental retardations, autism, all categories of autism, dwarfism, Mongolianism, any format of children disorders. I can at least guide their parents, take the burden of not spending too much with different therapies. They can learn the therapies at no cost or a minimal cost.
So, we have a child in our school. We have 2 children in the school in which I work. Both of them
Yes,
are
ma'am.
CP. I will let them give them your
Yes,
number. First of all, explain to them, and then they can
yes.
contact you. And I'll just let you know their names and all, so you will know that
Sure,
they are
sure.
my referrals to you. Yeah,
Anybody
because
needs a
they need
medical
help.
guidance, I can definitely guide it. What kind of stream you need to approach? For example, somebody has a severe pain on abdomen. Where do they really need to go? I can guide them.
Perfect, perfect.
From morning 9 to 9. That is my working hours. So if you call me, if it is not an emergency, 100% you'll get a scolding first. That padegi, then I will guide you.
Very nice. Good, you have already
All
warned us.
9 throughout the day you can ping me, keep messaging me first. Emergency, you can call me anytime, 24 hours. I'm ready to guide you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for
All
being
right.
so kind.
Take care, all of you. Take care.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank you,
Sikandar,
Doctor.
thank you,
Thank
Varsha
you
ji,
so
thank
much.
you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
So,
Thank
the
you.
group, we will meet tomorrow 6, okay?
Ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Anna,
ma'am.
you want to
Thank
say
you, ma'am.
something?
Yeah, Dr. Jain, they are asking, do you have a website?
I think he's left.
I think he's left. Okay, I'll just check with him and
You
then
just
I'll
check,
post
yeah.
it on the. Yeah, I'll post
Check,
it in
check.
the group. Yeah.
Good. I think it was very interesting, Varsha.
Yes, yes, it is.
I'm definitely
Like I
going
said,
to get in
yeah,
touch with
he introduced me to crystals, and the first time when he told me, I was like,
Thank you, ma'am.
I don't believe in these stones and stuff. But then when I started,
And now you
and
even
now,
gift.
I mean, I believe in them. I mean, I'm so
Yeah.
passionate about them. Yeah.
I know.
because I saw the results, So yeah.
Lovely. It was very
Thank
interesting.
you.
Very nice talk.
Thank you, Varsha ji.
We
All right.
definitely
Thank you,
need
ma'am.
such
It was
doctors.
a great insight to things.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
I
See you all
I
then.
don't. Yeah.
Bye.
Anybody?
Thank you so
Thanks,
much, everyone.
everyone. Bye.
Bye. See you all tomorrow.
Bye.
And the group,
Bye.
I'm going to send you all a message on WhatsApp, okay?
Thank you.
Sure, ma'am.
Bye.